And ladies and gentlemen, this is a black belt matchup under IBJJF rules in the gi.
So welcome to our co-main event of the evening. Jorge Santos of Jorge Santos BJJ versus Marco Canha of Czech Mat. Being a co-main event, this is a 15-minute fight with EBI overtime rules. So if this goes the distance, it's going to be even longer than the already drawn out and long and tough fights that we've seen so far. So 15 minutes of regulation time, and we're hoping to see a lot of action within those 15 minutes.
With Marco Canha on the mat, so I don't think this is going to go the distance. You know, this guy's very submission hungry. I watched his match last time, and just amazing movement. You know, I called him the Shakira of jiu-jitsu because of his hips.
That's a terrifying thought, or a truly disturbing thought. Yeah, really kind of showing off. Okay, this. I don't think we can talk about stuff that isn't this fight right now because it could be over too quickly. Marco Canha passes the guard. George tries to get to his knees. He tries to move off.
Wow.
Canha takes the back. He's already got his hand. Look, he's got hooks in. He's got a hand in the collar.
He's now, he's got the left hand in the collar.
George is managing to do the right thing. He's grip fighting well. He's got that. He's got a cross sleeve grip, and he's going to look to try and turn into the guard. This is what you try and do. When someone's got your back, you rather than be on top in mount. In no gi, it's a little bit better than it is in the gi, but pretty much everything's better than being on the back. So you want to try and turn in and force the opponent to come to mount because it's easier to escape from there into half guard or something like that the majority of the time. But Canha does not care where he is. He's going to try and tap you from everywhere. Yeah, he's looking to tie up the gi. He's wrapped it around the neck. He's going to sit backwards. If that gi wrap is around the neck, then this could be over already.
It is around the neck. He steps over. No.
Jorge Santos. Oh my. Jorge Santos looking to turn into the close guard of Marco Canha, just doesn't have quite the strength and the power or the balance to try and get on top. Canha drives him back in, and as he does it, he looks to step over for an armbar. Ambitious, and would have been really a beautiful setup to a submission. He ends up just trapping the arm in side control. But
and if Marco Canha wasn't dangerous enough, if you take a look in his corner, he's got Jackson Souza.
He knows a thing or two about jiu-jitsu.
Certainly does.
So this is from the get-go. Canha has been on Jorge Santos. He's been looking for the sub from every single angle. Currently, he's on top in side control / north-south. George is turning to the side. Canha's looking to, he makes a really good use of the gi. He's always looking to wrap. He's always looking to tie up his opponent. But unlike a lot of people who use the gi to try and tie up into positions, Marco's always looking to tie up the gi to submit the opponent. Now we get to see a little bit of Jorge Santos' guard, and it's shrugged off by Marco Canha. He manages to regain here, but you know,
Marco Canha is fun to watch. You know, he's what you sometimes in the black belt division, especially with these sub-only matches. You know, it can get a bit tedious because you're watching such methodical, like centimeter by centimeter play. But he's just so active. He's moving the whole time.
Yep.
He's looking for position, looking for submissions. It's great to watch. You know, I've trained with him a few times, and he's also a great instructor.
You know what? This has been 3 minutes into this fight, and it's already one of my favourite fights of the night. Marco is just on him like a rash. He's passing, he's transitioning, he's taking the mount, he's taking the back. He's already attacked about 3 or 4 submissions. George is doing everything right, defending the submissions. Now he's looking to try and implement a little bit of his own. Canha looking like he was going to sit back for possibly a footlock there. He's decided on top of this open guard position. Expect to look him pass that right leg over the leg, the right leg of his opponent, and get to side control. The only problem he's got to deal with now is that foot on the bicep. That's going to, much like the hook guard in many of our previous fights, that's going to limit Marco Canha from coming around to that opposite side. So he needs to, once he gets that grip off of his bicep, look for him to pass pretty soon afterwards. But George uses that bicep really, foot on bicep really effectively and gets the sweep.
Marco now battling with the grips a little bit, but
you know what? I feel that Jorge Santos, he's got a strong knee bar on here. I feel like he got a little bit overwhelmed by the speed of the attacks of Marco Canha, and now he's looking to put on a little bit of the offensive of his own.
If Marco Canha can pull that knee outwards, he'll take a lot of the pressure off the knee.
That's on.
Wow.
What an impressive performance by Jorge
Oh my
Santos.
God.
He weathers a very aggressive early storm from Marco Canha. Marco was all over him. You saw he finally got into his rhythm a little bit. He got into guard, he swept, he got on top, he rolled for a footlock, didn't get it, and then caught the knee bar. Very, very impressive work.
A recurring thing tonight. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 10 minutes and 21 seconds left to go, referee in charge here, Oliver Geddes has called a stop to this contest, declaring your winner via tap out due to the knee bar, Jorge Santos. And would you please make some noise for Marco Canha one more time for an outstanding match.